morning. I'm coming to you this morning from my bed. It was the only place that I could sit in this room that actually had enough light, so I didn't look really bad trying to be in a video. So here I am in Springfield, Missouri still. I had my hair is wet because they don't have a hair dryer here. And I didn't bring one. I don't intend to bring one. I am traveling light. It's a good idea if you're traveling to get a haircut or something that will make you need as little as possible. That's a tip. I have a couple other tips I wanted to share that you might not have think about. One of them is that, like if you go somewhere and there's a bathroom, even if you don't have to go. I used to say that to my kids and my grandkids over time. I'd be like, even if you don't have to go, you're here, there's a bathroom, go. I have learned that is so important because you never know when you're going to be on a road and have to go. But I practiced that, so I'm not saying that because I had a bad experience. I'm saying that because it's true. Well, yesterday I made a very short day because, first of all, I didn't sleep real well the night before. Secondly, because I just needed to try to relax and unwind and get things done and my planning. I got to have a good plan. But I did get to see some things that were pretty interesting. Let me see if I can find my list, because I have to have my list because I see so many things that I forget to tell you. Well, one of the things I did was I went to the Steak and Shake flagship. I know, vegetarian, Steak and Shake, doesn't make sense, but I went there because there's a few things I found that I've eaten that I probably would not normally have eaten. And I didn't eat steak, so just, no, not that. I had, excuse me, what she called a vegetarian burger. Now, this vegetarian burger was like taking 2 pieces of bread, grilling it on the grill, which they probably cooked meat on, putting a slice of American cheese and some tomato and lettuce on it, and there was my veggie burger. But between that and the fries, it only cost like a little over $5, so, And, of course, when I went to the machine to pay, you put your card in, and it asks you, do you want a tip and how much you want to tip. So I reached up, and my bill was like $5.28. And I reached up and I pushed the button, and instead of hitting the 1 button, which would have been a 20% tip, I hit the 2 buttons. It was like I gave a 40% tip on a $5 meal. I didn't want to go back and put it to 1 and have them think I'm cheap. So not only that, like it says in the travel books when you go to motels that the average tip for a motel room is $2 to $5. Well, I put the 5. I always do the 5. Whether I had the good service, whether I had the bad service, I know what these people do, and I know what they get paid to do it. So, and as a matter of consciousness, when you're acting rich, when you're acting prosperous, you are prosperous because it starts in your mind. So when you tip, be generous as is. I don't do one of these things that if I had bad service, I give them a bad tip. I don't think that's going to encourage anybody. It's only going to have them hold bad thoughts about me, and I don't think that's necessary. So anyway, so I'm going kind of backwards with my day here. Before I went to Steak and Shake, I went to a chocolate factory that I cannot say their name because I cannot pronounce it because I don't have a clue how to pronounce it, but you'll see it in the pictures. And I went in and I thought I was going to see them make chocolate and stuff, but there was just this one machine running. Well, it was a very interesting place in any event, and the man who took care of me was very nice, and so I had to buy a chocolate bar there. I mean, you have to. First of all, I didn't have any chocolate, and I have to have a piece of chocolate with my evening wine, and the junior mints weren't doing it. They weren't doing it. I tried that, it didn't work. So I bought this chocolate bar, and it was pistachio and some kind of pepper and dark chocolate and Oh my stars, you'll see the pictures. It's this big whole pistachios dropped into the top of this dark chocolate, and it cost $9. But you know, how often am I going to be out there at that chocolate place and get $9? Now, on the other hand, I'm going to another chocolate place today, Lord willing, but I'll try to find a cool place to put it so I don't feel compelled to eat it all. On my Get My Kicks on Route 66 webpage, album, I posted a lot of pictures from a museum I went to yesterday. And I went, and it was free, and it was Route 66. So I went in there and I found it absolutely charming. So I took a lot of pictures, and but what you want to do with those and with the pictures from the Munger Moss Motel from the night before, because there's a little gift shop in the front or whatever you call it, memorabilia craziness. You want to really make the pictures big, because you're going to see things that are really, really interesting. One of the things is I think it's from the Route 66 Museum. They had a big rack with salt and pepper shakers. Now, when my grandmother was alive, she had a collection of salt and pepper shakers. They were everywhere. She had them over the doorpost. She had them tucked in here and there. And I saw that and I thought of my grandmother. And, you know, these are a lot of the healing things I've experienced. So please spread the pictures out and get a good look at it. It's just a wonderful way to spend a little bit of time in the past. I was pretty lucky at finding some things close by. I found Rink's Market, and this man, they called him Rink. His last name was actually Wrinkle. You wouldn't think I want to stay away from that. But anyway, that he owned it for, like 50, 60 years. And then he died, and then his son tried to take it over, and then that didn't work out, and it closed. And he said, so it's probably closed, but, it's a good stop to see. So when I got there, it's open. And a woman opened it, and she is, I don't know how long she's been there, but she's got an old truck out in front. I should have posted that, but I don't remember seeing it in the post today. It's hard because I use my camera and I use my phone, and, but anyway, there's pictures of that. That's delightful, and I'm sure that the man that wrote the guidebook will be delighted to know that that it's open, and I will tell him, because I know how to find people. This Route 66 museum was really odd because it was in the library. So it was museum and library. So I donated one of my copies of Secret of Sweetwater Spring to the library, and they were thrilled. And just like there's another chocolate factory today, there's another library on my agenda today. So I'm going to try to hit that one too. Maybe I'll just see if I can sneak by with getting just a sample, because chocolate, doesn't travel well. Then I went to Unity of Springfield, another Unity church, and I just stopped in hoping somebody'd be there. And the minister was there. She's a licensed Unity teacher. And we had a nice talk. And I told her, what my trip was all about. And she told me that she lost her husband. So she kind of tasted what it's like to be the pretty brief and how to handle it. And so we had a great visit and some prayer time, and of course I gave her a book. So that was a very nice, a very healing stop, and it's so good to connect with Unity ministers. I hope to connect with one or two today as well. Let's see. Oh, and I stayed in another vintage hotel last night, but this one kind of cheats because they have a refrigerator and a microwave. I wish I'd have known that. Maybe I would have just had a mini shake at Steak and Shake and had some of my much better choice food, that I could have microwaved. What was I going to say? Oh, about trying to eat well. I really am. I went into the grocery store yesterday, basically to try to find a hookup for my internet, and I went to, they had a Starbucks in the grocery store. So I did it crappy. It's very, very hard to get a good signal. I'm stunned that I'm getting this signal right now. So anyway, I thought, well, maybe I'll get some cut up fruit. You know, I hate to pay the price that they charge for the cut up fruit, but I figured, what the heck? Morning, Tanya. Morning, Curtis, Josephine, Mary, Lenny, Steve. I'm so glad y'all are here with me this morning. Excuse me. So I went to that place where I had a little cut up fruit, and in the bottom, the package was bulging. That's not a good sign. That means fermentation is occurring. I don't know how long it had been there, so I decided I wasn't going to have that. You know, I had images in my mind. Can you see this? I'm driving down the road. I get pulled over by a cop for being inebriated. What was it? It was fermented fruit. I'm really fine, thank you. Yeah, no, I didn't want to go there. So I did get an organic apple because I felt that was probably the best choice, and it cost a fortune. But so I had that, and I got a Starbucks a double espresso, so I'm ready to roll this morning, I'll tell you. But this vintage hotel is really cute, and they're cheap. You know, I would think they'd charge more for being like antique hotel, but they don't. And it's just cute, and it's quaint. This place had cable, so not that I got a chance to watch much because I got to sleep after I did my planning. I have a great announcement. I did not get lost yesterday, even once, and my little plan to just go from small city to small city with my GPS kept me pretty much on 66. So that is a good thing. Well, it's going to be short today because I'm going to be off, hoping to get to Oklahoma tonight. I'm not sure I'm going to make it or not. It depends how many enticing things are along the road. But I thank you for joining me. Working on the healing. It's a good thing. I'm driving, I'm praying, and I'm healing. Thank you for joining me. God bless you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow with my adventures. God bless.